So greetings, ladies and gentle players. We are, of course, as you can see here, back on my board looking at some more Legend88 versus atnight, the guy who loves going into the middle of the board early on and then threeing all over the place. So that's cool. That's cool. Lots learned from this series, particularly in handling influence, which could be useful nowadays, all things considered, given how everyone loves going into the 3-3s. If you need a little refresher course on what you can do with influence, this might be a really good series for you. By the way, he does not start off with captures. Take those off the board. But does start off with atnight, black, the Taigem 5 Don, smacking that Tengen point like it owes it money. And this is game 2, so you might be wondering, okay, does the pro play anything different? How does the pro adjust his style of play? And the answer is he doesn't at all. Period. End of story. Now you might say, he'll surely pick a different joseki, right? No. Okay, slight difference there. First game he blocked here, I guess. This time, I guess technically that is different, but it's not different that matters since both of the corners are both open. So okay, I lied. He adjusted slightly in the most useless manner possible. It changes everything. It doesn't! Liars! And one of the reasons why you obviously wouldn't adjust is because everything went amazingly in the first game. Thank you for this Twitch Prime sub. So, like, why would you have to change up what's going beautifully, right? That wouldn't make any sense. Just like anyone who is into Go that has not seen this Legend88 series. If you know someone who fits that definition, that they just don't make any sense. They just don't make sense. This is such a great series to learn from. So, you know what's coming up next. Extend. You know what? I should make a mention of this. We don't really play this one because black will take the I imagine black takes the 1 stone, and then we've got influence with Tengen, so it kind of starts using, you know, everything quite nicely. And then he backs off. And same thing again. Just like so. Nice, simple joseki yet again. And yet again, black has sente. Takes 3-4. Now here's something that's interesting. White changes and plays low. Interesting. Very interesting. What is black going to do from here? Well, I will give a nod to black. Black extends to try to prevent this from being used effectively. However, look at the greed. Look at the greed! He literally went 1 space too far. If you play here, you cannot get cut off from your cornerstone, right? If you play here, you actually left a weakness behind for later. So if you're looking for a way later to use this influence, you can look no further than this. Either you can separate this or get in a free move. And keep in mind, something as simple as this greatly outshines the territory here. You know? Because this is good points. Would Kosumi be okay? That's actually a pretty good question too. If you play Kosumi, the only problem is white could actually play here into something like this one. Because even if you cut, white's going to get a nice solid shape here. Kasumi is old-fashioned, but it's coming back into play nowadays with the more solid focus on points over frameworks. It can still be slow, though. So, all right, instead of here, we play here. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. 3-3. There. Ah, there we go. So, same thing. And now, look at the little bit of extra caution. Black follows up with a diagonal. That makes this look horrifying. That makes this look horrifying. I'm actually a little bit surprised here that atnight didn't go for the extra corner. But I'm thinking he's a little bit worried by the fact that he got massively slaughtered last game. Right? That, and given his style of invading the 3-3 all the time, it's not really a surprise, is it? It's not really a surprise that he is willing to give away Sente. Legend is white, yes. Legend would not do the 3-3 stuff. Legend is el profesional. And just for full disclosure, I do want to point out yet again, at this point, greatly favors white, not black, because the solid thickness that we have here is doing amazing for white. All right, so we have here... Black obviously invades. Which way you block literally doesn't matter because it's the same joseki top and bottom. And then we go to the same cut and paste joseki again. All right. Cut and paste joseki done. Black pokes. And white responds. Here we go again. Who is winning? White has a better position because he is very, very strong with his shapes, and the influence can easily be used. For example, something as simple as this can start using influence. Something as simple as this can use influence. Even if you're not going to cut through, even peeping starts using influence. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. White defends himself. Black kicks. And white responds. Okay. Taking them points. And now leans on the one stone to try to connect up to his two stones while putting pressure on these little guys. That actually is a really good idea. I will absolutely say that is a fantastic idea. Because if we imagine standard joseki, which would be this, then that is a group you're not going to cut through, right? So we can see things coming together for the 5-dan. And it is probably in response to this that is not played. Instead, white asks the question, can I cut through you? And black says no. To which white asks, can I go in your corner? Answer is no. Can I cut through you? I'm asking again. And again says no. So okay. Connects up. Nicely handled to get some more influence here. At the limited cost of some territory that black had already defended, right? He had extended here. He played the diagonal here. So he was already pretty invested in this area. So all white did was force black to invest in it a little bit more. In exchange, we now have a wall facing this area. And it would be in black's best interest to play something like here into some kind of jump point. He does not. He goes into greed mode. And he drops down. Looks okay. Does extend. Forces an extend. But. Where is white's next play? Who can see it? I know you see the idea behind the next move. You're familiar with the concept. It's rattling around in your brain. Where is white's next play? 10 points to Creakers for getting the cap correct. And everyone else as well. I actually like this calm turn for black. That is usually the response when someone is trying to cap you before taking your base away or something like that. You just turn and lean on the weakened stones now. But that's what all of this was for. If these stones weren't on the board right now, like here, let's like cover these up. If these weren't on the board right now, it would be looking a little bit more difficult, right? But he'd already made the exchange. He'd already strengthened himself before going back to the attack. So he gets to play moves like this instead. Without it, it'd be more awkward. Threaten. I love this so much. Who cares about the 2 stones? Who cares? No one cares. Raise your hand if you care about these. Look at that. No one raised their hand. Because you're all stronger than that. Good job. Threaten the Hane that had a 2 and 3 stones. You can double Hane here. Because you can take this liberty away too. And that would be huge. Like, imagine this right now, right? The double Hane there would be a lot of points. Oh, I'm sorry, Nutlers. So black extends. Saves the stones. Technically a forcing move. Connects on up. Pushes. White shape is coming back to help it out. I just really want the right side to die. Wait, for who? Do you want white or black to die? Because if you're hoping for white to die, I got some bad news for you. Black to die, okay. Now, I do want to actually take a minute here to point out that's a good thought and a dangerous thought simultaneously Nutlers had. Like, I just want the right to die. That's true. That's true. But we can't be blinded to that. Like, while this fight is going on, if we can see a way to damage these instead, making that, like, jump over is still really good to see. Extends back. Atari. And then Atari. Do not. You. Do not Atari back. Instead, just extend. Nice and strong. And right here, we're doing the exact same thing as the last game. All white is doing is keeping the black stones from connecting to each other. It's just divide and conquer. That's it. I accomplished. This is alive now. Absolutely going to be alive. That's a weird move. Should have extended up. White moves for the surround. Black moves for the life. And congratulations. So what do we do now? Black lived. Black lived. Early on, too. Much earlier than last game. This game is actually going better in some respects than last game now. Wedge? Ooh, really? The wedge is a lie. The wedge is a lie. Do you know why the wedge is a lie? If you wedge right now, and you play this way, this cut is not very low. Oops. This cut is not... Son of a... There we go. This cut is not very big anymore, right? That cut is a lie. So we are not going to wedge. That would be bad. I think someone said it, though. Did someone say it? Peep. Yar. Peeping is much better here. Because if we can cut... I should probably be concerned that my fingers actually fit through there with room to spare. But yeah, if we actually cut this off, you can see that there's a lot of points to be had here if the bottom side dies. And a lot of stuff to be had like up in here if that dies. Right? Need more pizza. Apparently so. Apparently so. So let's see if you can get it twice in a row. You peeped? Now what? What do we do now? H7. Interesting. Creakers! Way to go. Yeah. This stone is crazy weak hugging this wall. It only has 3 liberties here. So we're going to reinforce our friendo because it actually makes this group weaker. If we play something like this one, for example, a lot of times you've got either just flat out cuts or clamps or even 1-point jumps because it's hard to hold this stone when it's that damaged. And of course, there's some, primo territory here. Oh, yeah. Bit of a slow move for black, but it's okay. We can forgive it, right? Notice the extend, because there's a large area here too. You see how he's playing for profit? Ugh, it's so good. It's so good. Pushes again. All right, this is now isolated. This group here is now isolated in here, which means something as simple as this one will essentially take all these points later. You know? Black jumps. Looking to live. White takes some points, which are nice. That's like, what, 2, 4, 6, maybe 8, 10 points right there? That's nice. That equals a corner. At the same time, though, look at how he doesn't do puppy go. He's looking at shape, and he's poking at it severely. He is not giving his opponent an easy time. Because he could just connect here. Instead, he asks a simple question. What about yo shape, dog? Look, I see the shape you're trying to make. Then you connect. Says no. Wants to know where that shape is at. Starting to kill. No. No killing today. Uh-uh. You're not gonna kill. Push, push, push. Here's a move that I would never play because I'm a weak little amateur and I just wouldn't. How many of you will get it right, though? I'm a weak little amateur. I wouldn't get it right. How many of you would? I'm a weak little amateur, short and stout. This is a move I know nothing about. I'll give you a hint. It's local. Throws in to deny eyes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Connects. Turns. Even if the stone is dead, he can't make it full. He can't make a solid eye there. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. He's keeping him on his toes. Like, it's so easy to have just responded there immediately, right? And allowed black to just play a move accidentally. It's like, oops, my opponent's now getting shape, right? It's so easy to do that. Instead, threw in, connected, then turned. offers up a different scenario. Now looks like we're making an eye. Looks like we're making an eye now. By virtue of poke all the things. Poke all the things! He's got an eye shape. Uh-oh. He's being very good about it too, isn't he? But, let's be honest, not with the shape he made. He just made small knight, into small knight, into small knight, into 2 space. Good old professional takes a look at this and goes, you know what? I smell something here. Smells like desperation. I think white is probably a really big fan of Doom because he's about to rip and tear. So how do we start? How do we start poking at this shape? Who knows how to poke at the shape? G6. This one, not quite. F5, that's over here more. Not quite. G4 looks fun, interesting. So the first one is here, because if we push, we block, which is threatening the cut. And if you defend, then these 2 stones die. So you can't go through here, which means you have to go through here. Black does not get to play twice. So now we're getting a very, very smaller area here. And we have to be careful of the pokes into the drop downs. Getting kind of small in eye shape. Haven't removed all of the eyes yet, but we are getting there. Trying to live. Offered up a human sacrifice. And cut. Only because white is so solid in the area can he play these insane moves. But you can see what he's going for, right? We cut like, or Atari like so. And then we can connect because we're threatening the cut. Knowing he has nowhere to run to, he gets netted. But there's nowhere to go here. Push. Block. Atari. I think he can Atari. Yes, he does. Okay. And then Atari. Connects on back. That cut is now deadly now. Forces capture. Ah, shoot. I'm making a mess. Actually, no, I didn't. I lied. Now I have to go back and connect. Connects this way for the eye. Great, great, great. Where next? Where next? I bet you can get it. I bet you'll get it. You can see what's going on the board right now. I bet you'll get it. Take profit where? Where? Because I agree. But I'll make sure we're looking at the same place. K16 make points. What's K16? Oh, down here. New. Ewy. Ooh, no one's got it yet. I like... who said this? Did someone say E8? I like that one. Nutlers, yeah. I'm on board with Nutlers. That's where I'd be playing in a basic game right now. I'd be definitely playing here. He took his profit. Here. This puts black back at 1 eye. While threatening to kill all that stuff. Right? So that's how he profited. The Atari here might be a time Suji because there's no reason to play it. Falls back. Now locks him in. Because really, why not? Push. Does nothing. Tries to push through. Note the back off rather than the block, which allows for cuts. Obvious move threw you off. No, obvious moves are obvious for a reason. Pushes again. And blocks. And push. And backs off again. So we're limiting the ability for white, or for black to get an Atari on. Okay. And here we're backing off again to make sure there's no weird ladders here that don't work. He's trying to get something done. Anything done. Do these cuts ever work? Connects on up. You can see he's now threatening to, like, I don't know, do something. Who knows what. Plays the Atari. Looks like he's going to try and kill these white cornerstones. Makes sense, makes sense. So what does white do? Where to next? White to not die in the upper right-hand corner. I love how almost every move from white is super simple. That's why I'm doing this entire series remastered. Because I love it too. 05. Yes, El Tigremut. El Tigremut. Yeah, simple moves are the way to go, man. They really are. Gotta love simple moves. It shows nice, solid, fundamental understanding of the basics of the game. Gotta love them. Captures. Goes for a disconnect now that he already has an eye. He could have just made 2. Doesn't really matter. Connecting back. That's fine. Connects up. That's fine. Oh, sorry. I thought the tiger mouth was what you were saying. Sorry, I'm on the board looking across at my monitor. It's sometimes it's hard to see where the coordinates are exactly. Tries to get something done here, but nothing really can be done. Goes for removing of liberties. Maybe a throw-in thing will kind of work. So he goes and tries that. Looks at the board position at that point, and there's just nothing we can do. But look, you could Atari. Even if you could Atari, there's this, and it's just not gonna quite work out. Not gonna quite work out. So, once again, resignation from atnight. Good game, sir. With the Tengen into 3-3 stuff. That is game 2, trying the same thing. Trying the same thing. Good try, good try, good try.